Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Yeah, you get a 10 kill solo win here on the new Stimulus solos. This drop was a little tough here. I'm a little slow on my gunfire there. And then I scooped this real quick. I hate this gun. I hate the car. I just drop back as I fire at him to get into cover like that. And then I know he's coming, so I pop one into him. And then I hold him off with the pistol. And then I try to ninja up top here, see if I could catch him.
Hey, you got this.
And it doesn't work though. He gets engaged. You'll see on the radar here in a second. Gets engaged in there. You see them fighting. I'm like, alright, I'll let them hash it out. Maybe I'll kill the next guy that comes through the door. And then this guy just rushes me and I'm too low on armor. He just one-shots me. So tough drop, but obviously still get the win. I'll come back here with the Stimulus solos. You don't have a gulag. As long as you got 4,500, you can come back. This, you know, until the gulag's closed. And now we start picking it up here. I'm still a little twitchy from knowing that there's so many guys here, so a little sloppy with the sniper. I'm not used to this rifle either. At least I get him to panic a little bit. I shoot the door to keep him parked in there while I reload, and then see in a second here this guy that comes dropping in. I know I'm not gonna hit him because I'm pretty shitty with this rifle. I end up getting 3 kills with this rifle, but still I just put shots at him just to get him to get into that house where the other guy is, so I know that they'll be busy killing each other in there. You can see on the radar they're shooting. The other guy's booking it. And I just line these guys up like fish in a barrel here. That's one. He goes for his shit. He realizes he's getting shot. Takes cover back there. Doesn't know where I'm shooting him from. I get him.
They get me up top, buddy.
That's the guy that killed me up top. That's what my comment in game was about. And then this guy's gonna get it too. They don't know where that flash is coming from. Just peek him. So those 3 kills ended up getting me some decent loot. I camped it for a second, made sure it was safe, and ran over here and got a bunch of cash after that redrop in after dying in the early game. But got that Dame Fortune, which comes in handy here in a second, and I'm right back on Scavenger. So cleaning up the scavengers here, and I saw a guy right before the transition here. I know he's there. I'm trying to locate him. And there he is. That AUG does good work when you're up close too. And here's where I'm making a mistake, just taking too much time deciding on what I'm going to do here. And then I'm trying to decide, well, I'm out in military base. Do I take the sniper or do I trust the long range scope on my M13 that I have built out? You can see that build in some of my other videos. But having this decision here just, you know, as a death trap, that was a big mistake. So, and then I even go back to make that decision again, like can't decide what to do. And I'm like, okay, enough is enough. So I decide to trust the long range, and then I decide, well, maybe I should take that SMG. And I'm like, nah, okay, guys are dropping in, it's time to get back to action. So, but that was probably the biggest mistake I feel I made so far in the game. You can't be taking time like that sitting on a buy box. A lot of guys do that in multiplayer.
Gas is inbound. Marking new safe zone.
So I know guys are going to be going for this loadout. This is from before where I tried to drop that airstrike and the airspace is busy. I thought it was a few minutes ago in the clip, but I couldn't get him with it. So I know I'm in a bad position. So, which is lucky I moved like that because he dropped a rocket on me. A Joker, I believe it was. So I'm using this wall for cover. I decided to take the high ground a little bit so I get some better eyes on this loadout drop that I know guys are going to be coming to. And I see that truck on radar. That's why I keep Joker on me at in solo, because a lot of guys in the field, you know, in solo, you know, like to run you over and all kinds of stuff. So the Joker takes care of that. So I know he's going to get out anyway, but kind of want to get him rattled and make him get out before he's ready. And broke his armor, and then the Joker comes down, blows up the truck. And I know he's not going to go for the loadout now, and I know he's taking cover on that wall, so I ninja up onto the top of the wall. There he is. Get him with the hip fire. And right back to cover in case somebody else is coming for that drop. So that's 5 kills now, and I'm gonna peek it for a few more minutes and then I'm ready to get going. At this point too, I realized that the Joker doesn't have any ammo, and that I don't have enough cash for a munitions box anytime soon. And you know, I got about 2 clips after this clip in my AR, so I realized that's not really going to cut it for late game. So first thing I'm thinking right now is to get out into some, make sure I'm safe and take some safe cover so I can get a good look at the map and find where there's a resupply station. So I lay down up on the cliff and I'm looking for a building with a star on the top. And there we go.
Heading this way.
So now I'm off to get ammo. Especially if the end of the solo matches wind up in a field, you'll have somebody driving around in an armored truck in circles just running guys over. You know, RPGs are a little bit tougher to use. That Joker makes sure you're going to blow up a heavy armored vehicle. That's why I like it. So I'm making moves on the resupply police station now. I really want to take this house and kind of camp it for a little bit. But with the door being closed, even with that box in the last house, I'm still really wary that somebody might be in here. So I decide not to close the door behind me because I don't want to make noise with the door. And I just kind of slowly clear this house. I just wanted to take a quick peek up top just to see what was going on in this tree line, and as soon as I get that blip I get shot at. So I know that guy's sniping at me and I'm not going to stand a chance on the roof, so I'm just slide back and get right back inside the house.
Time's up. Objective failed. Watch the skies.
So I hear these guys parachuting in, so I hit my recon and I see that there's guys everywhere, especially those 2 guys that are right across the street in the house. But kind of happy that I made the decision to park up here for quite a while in the game and hold this house down. The only guy that knows where I'm at is probably that sniper on the roof that, you know, took shots at me. I'm Ghost, so I'm not, assuming no one else knows where I'm at. And you'll see here that I always mark ahead of time my next tactical position that I want to move to. And there's a lot of open air there, so that's going to be the next cover once things starts getting heavy. The heartbeat sensor right there saves my ass. know this guy's coming. And this guy just made a really big mistake coming up the stairs and immediately checking out a window. See, and I should have blown him up there with the 2 C4s. It made me drop the second one instead of pull the trigger. Otherwise, that guy would have been dead right there with the C4. So, and he made a pretty big mistake here staying in the fucking house. I guess he felt like if he climbed up the ladder, he would get shot. But I see the muzzle of his gun sticking out, so I know he's there. I break his armor with that C4 sticking on the wall, and then run him over. Now I'm running from gas. And see, because I marked that mat early, kinda already know where I'm going. I'm not jumping out of the window like, oh shit, where's circle, where do I go? I already know the cover that I'm trying to hit next. And this loadout drop lands in front of me, so I know someone's gonna be there, and sure enough. That guy's really far for an M13 in an open field. I'm gonna get a headshot on him. So that's kill number 7, I believe. You see where that yellow mark is on this house, or, you know, that guy is getting engaged from the window. I don't even want a part of it. I know he's too far. I decide not to give up the position and just grab the self-revive, and that self-revive actually saved the game. I have to use it. So hitting that buy box real quick for the self-revive and the cluster strike was actually crucial. So I figured that guy's going to come after one of them survive, because gas is going to push them, and this is really the only logical cover. It's either this one or the one next to it. So I decide to drop down underneath here, because everything here is all open, and crawl away from that drop. So so I feel pretty safe now. Underneath the house, and I think there's actually a fight that goes on right above me in this little house here. I got good eyes on that loadout.
Got gas inbound. Safe zone relocated.
So I know that I'm gonna have to crawl and get to the edge to get out for gas, but then I realize, shit, somebody could drop down in that hole and shoot me behind me. Here comes the guy from that team fight behind me that happened. So I know he's in this house now. He's up top. So they're fighting up top. I was thinking about dropping a cluster strike, but I thought maybe it would kill me if I dropped it on myself, out, even if I was underneath the house. So now I get stuck there. Close range with 60 rounds, man, you're just not going to hang with the M13 like that. Unless you got a really fast SMG like a P90 or something. So I'm just checking, making sure there's nobody around here, and I go to hit this rock for cover. And then I'm like, yes, I'll take this train, but there's probably someone in it. I expected him, but I forgot to put my armor on before making that move. That was a mistake I made, and he made the mistake by quickly hopping in an ATV and taking off and letting me self-res. That's the res that I bought it right there at that buy station.
Target marked. You're cleared hot.
This is loaded 2-0. Got it. Strike away.
So I still haven't put my armor on because I want to be gun ready here. So
Gas is closing. Get to the new safe zone.
finally suit back up. And sometimes those cluster strikes, I'm not trying to kill anybody, but you can see I cleared off the top of this area and made it safe for me to move up and take this rock. A lot of guys panic with the cluster strikes coming in. They'll see them running around in circles, running for cover and stuff. It rocks their aiming a little bit as well. So cluster strike actually I think came in handy for me to be able to push up and take this vantage point that pretty much won me the game. So I'm just checking my 6, making sure no one's pushing the line behind me. with the visual and the scanner, I kind of feel safe. So now I'm looking for guys ahead of me to finish the match. And I know I got a couple more ticks on my gas mask here, so kind of really want to stay in the gas for a second while I can. I panic a little there, and I'm like, I just pin that guy down because I know he's got to go for gas. And these guys are gonna hash it out. I run out of my gas mask. I really keep an eye on my health here though, because I'm not afraid of gas if I can. So I ran back in the gas just to stay in cover here. And this guy expects me to be up there because he's not expecting me to stay in the gas. And he's looking the wrong way and I catch him. That's game.